Straight ahead on Falcon Weekly. Breaking news. announced that all classes are cancelled for Tuesday, February 11th, as the South prepares for another blast of icy winter weather.
Plus, baby, it's our turn. The Purples break the gold side winning streak in the college night competitions. See their reaction to their big win.
And the local restaurant owner shoots at one of his customers after she returned her food. See what was in her egg roll that caused a bizarre shooting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Falcon Weekly.
Hello and welcome to Falcon Weekly. I'm Tom Davis.
And I am Rio Smith. Thanks for joining us. And we start with some breaking news. The University of Montevallo will be closed Tuesday, February 11th because of the threat of winter weather. This includes all classes and extracurricular activities. Check your forum email for more information.
Meanwhile, the US is bundling up to stay warm during another round of severe winter weather that is causing school and closings and traffic accidents across the country. And there's a chance that we could see some more winter weather in central Alabama. Falcon Weekly's Chloe Allen's joined us for a look at the forecast.
How's it going, Chloe?
It's going great, you guys. Thanks. And just when you thought Old Man Winter was gone, he's come back again. As we just mentioned earlier, there is still a chance for wintry weather in our area, and several counties have issued several winter weather advisories with the possibility of light to moderate snowfall tonight and on into Tuesday. And as you can see, this is the latest update we have from the National Weather Service in Birmingham. And you can see that Shelby County has been added to the wintry mix. All right. What we're looking at locally is tonight we have a 40% chance of rain this afternoon with a high of 48 degrees, and tonight a 90% chance of rain after midnight with a low of 34. Tuesday and Wednesday we don't go above 40 degrees and stay in the high 30s, and that's a 100% chance of rain for both days. Now Wednesday is the day we could see a possibility of snow in our area with a mixture of rain, sleet, and ice, with a high near 41 and a low of 27. And as we head into Thursday and Friday, we start to warm up with highs in the upper 50s and lows back into the 30s. And guys, I can't stress enough, you need to be safe during this time. The weather conditions are, we don't know what we're going to do. It's a slippery slope with these kind of weather situations. So hopefully we'll have an end to this eternal winter soon. So we'll keep you updated when we get latest posts in. So it's back to you guys.
With more winter weather coming soon, state leaders are not wanting to see the same type of traffic troubles that we saw 2 weeks ago. Falcon Weekly's Kayla Gio is here to tell us how to make sure your car is ready just in case you have to drive on the ice. Kayla?
Birmingham's snow apocalypse left thousands of people and vehicles stranded on roadways. Many motorists are wondering what they should do to prepare for next time. After sand and salt were put on the roads, driving conditions drastically improved overnight, but for many who were left in their cars, morning could not come soon enough. If this happens again, there are a few ways you can prepare your car ahead of time. PopularMechanics.com compiled a list of the 7 things you must carry in your car this winter. The list includes simple items such as thick socks, a spare phone charger, a blanket, food and drink, a flashlight, shovel, and windshield scraper. Most of these items that you can find in your dorm room. The next time you go out to your car, go ahead and take them with you. I'm Kayla Gio reporting for Falcon Weekly.
Thanks, Kayla. The University of Montevallo is monitoring the winter weather threat. In addition to closing the university for classes Tuesday, has already cancelled athletic events for Monday evening. officials say that students, faculty, and its staff should monitor their email and updates about any possible delays or closings on Wednesday. Some students are still celebrating their win in the oldest homecoming tradition in the country.
And this year, the Purple side came out on top on the 96 college night. Saturday night wrapped up a month-long battle from both sides in various events, ranging from sports to theatrical performances. After the plays, SGA president Rachel Sarkowski announced to the crowd, "Baby, it's our turn." The Purple side erupted in celebration when they heard their side's secret phrase. We reached out to the Purple side leaders for an interview today, but they were unable to make it to our studio. However, Purple Side leader Corey Wilson said that their win was, quote, sweeter than any tree unearthed, close quote. Final points totals for the competition have not been released. We will bring you that information when it becomes available. Part of the homecoming tradition is the election of Mr. and Mrs. Montevallo. After online voting, the winners were announced during the college night performances. Students elected Corey Wilson as Mr. Montevallo, and Maria Ramos won the title of Miss Montevallo.
A new fraternity is coming to the university. The group known as Fiji will be the newest member of UM's Greek life. Falcon Weekly's Amelia Bennett sat down with a fraternity official to learn more about the group.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Adam Wagner. He is the field secretary for Phi Gamma Delta. So, Adam, when did Phi Gamma Delta start, and when are y'all going to become more prevalent on Montevallo's campus?
Sure. So Phi Gamma Delta was originally founded in 1848 at Jefferson College in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. It was founded around the 5 values of friendship, knowledge, service, morality, and excellence. My colleague Josh Wiseman and I will be on campus at Montevallo for the next 6 weeks, and we'll be actually recruiting our Founding Father class. So throughout these next few weeks, you'll see more and more of us as we are around campus.
And what do guys need to do to be able to apply for an interview or, I guess, go through Rush, become a Founding Father?
Absolutely. All they really need to do is reach out to Josh or I. If you're interested in learning more about Phi Gamma Delta or you're interested in joining, you can feel free to reach out to myself. My email address is awagner, which is WAGNER, at phigam.org. And my cell phone number is 419-618-8130. Feel free to email me, text me, or call me, and we'll get you an interview set up. To get into the Founding Father class, each man will go through a 3-interview process. So to get that first interview set up, just feel free to reach out.
And Adam, what makes Phi Gamma Delta stand out from the other fraternities we already have on campus?
Sure. So Montevallo's Greek community is a phenomenal community, very dynamic. You guys have some great groups on campus, and we're looking to join those groups and be a part of that wonderful community that already exists. Some very unique traditions about Phi Gamma Delta. First of all, Phi Gamma Delta has the longest standing Greek tradition in the fraternity and sorority world in the Pig Dinner, which is an annual dinner for each chapter that celebrates the history of the fraternity. It celebrates the graduates and their experiences. Phi Gamma Delta is known internationally as the fraternity that focuses on brotherhood for life. And our slogan is not for college days alone, and the Pig Dinner really celebrates that tradition. Additionally, Phi Gamma Delta's leadership programming is bar none, some of the best in the Greek world. We have a graduate brother, Ken Blanchard, who is known as one of the gurus of business administration, and we are privy to some of his leadership trainings and some of his Fortune 500 company trainings that he gives out. So we have that kind of exclusively for fraternities, and which is a great program. It's used internationally by many Fortune 500 companies. So our brothers are able to access those programs and be able to put those on resumes, which we find to be very helpful for them. So those are just some of the things that differentiate us from other fraternities. At Montevallo, what will be unique about Phi Gamma Delta is that we're not an established group. We've never been here before. So for men who are really interested in taking some leadership now and getting involved right now in setting the tone and deciding what this organization will be about, they'll have an opportunity to do that in Phi Gamma Delta.
Well, thank you, Adam.
Yes.
All right, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Amelia. Coming up, find out how the U.S. government plans to expand recognition of same-sex marriages nationwide.
And credit card companies are looking to invest in smart cards. Hear how the switch from signatures to pins is much safer.
Plus, find out how a broken heart can leave you with symptoms of a heart attack. These stories and more when Falcon Weekly returns. Welcome back to Falcon Weekly.
Authorities have released the name of a man who was shot and killed in Center Point Sunday. The body of 23-year-old Morris Hill Witherspoon Jr. was discovered around 5:30 on Sunday evening. Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies were called to the scene after several gunshots were reported in the area. Investigators are still questioning people involved in the incident who have claimed that the victim shot first. The case is still under investigation.
A bizarre story out of Birmingham. The police say that the owner of a Chinese and seafood restaurant has been arrested. He's charged with shooting at a customer who claims that she found a roach in her egg roll. Reporter Sarah Snyder spoke with the woman who was shot at.
Denison Avenue's Good Friends Chinese and Seafood Restaurant is the center of a Birmingham police investigation. Jatara Walker told us she went into the restaurant and bought dinner. On the way home, she took a bite.
I bit into my egg roll and I discovered that it was a roach inside.
She went back in to get a refund, but instead,
she still wouldn't give me my money back, so I set it on the counter and it rolled onto the floor. And the lady who was taking the order, she was like, "Now what a roach is."
She told police that as she turned to leave, the owner, Chun Ching, pulled out a gun and fired.
What if the bullet wouldn't have went in the wall and it would have hit me, and I wouldn't have been able to go home to my child?
Detectives showed up and put Ching behind bars.
I really would like to see him shut down, because if you were this hysterical over a roach in an egg roll, what makes me feel, and anybody else feel, that folks can come in your restaurant and you just go ballistic again?
Despite last night's series of events, Good Friends seems to have kept its popularity. The restaurant had a steady stream of customers and a line around the building for the drive-thru. Workers at the restaurant didn't want to talk to us about what happened.
I'm still shocked. It's still in my mind, like I could have been gone. Like,
Snyder reporting the owner was released over the weekend on a $100,000 bond. The restaurant is open for business, but people are now boycotting the restaurant.
The search is underway for a man accused of attacking a teenage girl while she was jogging in Tuscaloosa. The 17-year-old jogger told police she was physically attacked Sunday morning while on a wooded trail at the city's So-Called Park. Police say the victim was not sexually assaulted, but was treated for minor injuries. The attacker has been described as a white male, 18 to 20 years old, weighing around 200 to 30 pounds. Turning to national headlines, another step forward for gay equality.
Attorney General Eric Holder says the U.S. government is expanding recognition and legal benefits to same-sex married couples in federal matters. Reporter Andrew Spencer explains how this even applies to the 34 states that do not legally recognize same-sex marriages.
For those fighting for same-sex marriages to be recognized by the government, it's one more step towards equality.
Just as was true during the civil rights movement of the 1960s, the stakes involved in this generation's struggle for LGBT equality could not be higher.
At a Human Rights Campaign gala this weekend, the head of the U.S. Department of Justice announced his intentions to issue today's memo calling for expanded recognition of same-sex marriages in federal legal matters.
I pledge to you tonight that we will never stop working to ensure that equality under the law is protected by the law.
The new policies are focused on federal benefits, including spousal rights concerning bankruptcies, prison visits, refusing to testify against a spouse in court, and survivor benefits for the widows and widowers of police officers and firefighters killed on the job. The new rules will even apply in the 34 states where same-sex marriage is not recognized by the state government, which critics consider Washington overreach. Attorney General Eric Holder doesn't see it that way.
Nothing less than our country's founding commitment to the notion of equal protection under the law was at stake.
I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Now let's take a look at the latest consumer headlines.
Falcon Weekly's Mandy Stidman joins us for today's Consumer Report. Hey, Mandy.
Hey guys, topping on consumer news this week, there have been reports of 2 food product recalls. The first meat recall that involves nearly 9 million pounds of beef of veal products from Rancho Feeding Corporation in California. Federal officers say the meat came from diseased animals that weren't properly inspected. The meat was shipped between January 2013 and 2014 to distribution centers and retail establishments in California, Florida, Illinois, and Texas. No illnesses have been reported. The second recall this week is for Uncle Ben's infused rice. Mars Food Services says 3 Houston schools reported people experiencing mild flushing and rashes after eating the rice. The recall only affects Uncle Ben's infused rice, which is sold in large bags through wholesale distributors. It does not involve Uncle Ben's ready-to-heat rice or normal-sized boxes, bags, or cups of rice. There has been an increase in safety concerns of our credit cards after the widespread theft of stores including Target and Michael's. Credit card companies are trying to keep personal information safer by switching to smart cards by fall 2015. The Wall Street Journal reports by the end of next year, you'll swipe your card into a card reader, enter in a PIN number, then go. No signature required. The new cards will be embedded with a microchip with security data that experts say will be harder to hack. Visa and MasterCards have already announced that they'll make the switch by October 2015. I gotta say, guys, this system sounds a lot safer. I know being a Books A Million associate, you have customers coming in paying in cash, not in check or credit card anymore.
I mean, this is crazy. With so many ways that people can get your money, it's good to be prepared. Thanks so much, Mandy.
Thank you.
Love hurts, so they say. And although that might just be a popular phrase, dogs would tell people that people can suffer, even die from a broken heart. How? Here's Harley Pfeiffer with today's Health Minute.
We've all been there. We lose a love and the world just isn't the same. But for some people, going through a divorce, breakup, or the death of a loved one can be devastating. So devastating that it can affect a person's health. Studies have shown those who suffer from broken heart syndrome may go through a temporary heart condition with symptoms much like a heart attack, according to the Mayo Clinic. They are so stressed over losing their love, they suffer chest pains and shortness of breath, even dizziness. Doctors say the symptoms are often brought on by a surge of stress hormones. The syndrome, in some cases, causes part of the heart to temporarily enlarge and not pump well, which in rare situations can cause serious consequences. Medically, the condition is referred to as stress-induced cardiomyopathy. In most cases, broken heart syndrome is reversible and treatable. Time heals all wounds, but doctors warn a broken heart should always be taken seriously. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
With Valentine's Day this week, we wanted to know how students felt about the love holiday. Falcon Weekly's Madison Embush interviewed students to hear their plans for Friday.
Well, my plans are I've got a little gig planned with my church. Some of the widows at the church have a Valentine's luncheon in Centerville, so I'm going to be taking my guitar and my voice down there, playing a few songs for them.
I'm going out with a bunch of friends to eat dinner. We're all on Goldside Cast and Crew together. We started this last year, and so we decided to revive it again this year.
Well, since we're saving for the honeymoon, we're just going to go out to dinner and then just spend the night with each other.
This is all you right here.
I guess just spend time with each other, probably watch a movie or something simple.
My fiance, Thomas. It doesn't really matter how I spend it. I'm just glad to be with him.
With somebody that I care about this time.
I have a cat. She likes me, I think.
When we return, we will update you to the Olympic Games in Sochi, Russia.
Scott, what else have you got for us this week?
This week, an NFL draft hopeful announces he's gay, and an Oklahoma State basketball player, Marcus Smart, gets rough with the fans. And we have these stories and more as sports is next. Welcome back to Falcon Weekly. I'm Wilbert Scott with a look at this week's sports. The 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi are underway, and Team USA is already making strides in the medal count. The USA currently has 2 gold and 3 bronze medals, which puts them in 4th behind Norway, the Netherlands, and the Canadians, who are presently first with 3 gold medals. With medals beginning to stack up, the U.S. Olympic Committee will begin to open their checkbooks, as Winter Olympians will be paid for winning medals in Sochi. The committee will pay $25,000 for gold, $15,000 for silver, and $10,000 for bronze medals. However, because these payments are seen as income earned abroad, the U.S. government will tax Olympic medalists. The taxes will be income-based and can range from $1,000 to $9,000. All right, pro football fans, we may know who will be first in the opening of a gay NFL player. You see, former Missouri defensive lineman Michael Sam, the 2013 SEC Defensive Player of the Year, is entering the 2014 NFL Draft, and he recently made a public announcement that he is gay. In an interview with the New York Times and ESPN, Sam said that he told his teammates he was gay during the 2013 season. Sam is not projected as a first-round pick, but is 9th ranked defensive end and 90th ranked player of the NFL Draft Scout.com's big board. The NFL draft begins Thursday, May the 8th, and ends Saturday, May the 10th. Oklahoma State's basketball star and guard Marcus Smart will serve a 3-game suspension after shoving a Texas Tech fan in the final seconds of Saturday's game. Smart tried to block Texas Tech's Jay Crockett's dunk attempt from behind when he stumbled into the crowd. As he was being helped up, Smart exchanged words with the fan. The fan was named Jeff Orr. Smart then pushed Orr with both hands, and although Smart was given a technical foul, he was not ejected from the game. Both Smart and Orr are issuing apologies. Jeff Orr has agreed to not attend any more Texas Tech games for the remainder of the season. And that's a look at sports.
Thanks, Scott. Well, that's all that we have time for this week's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
For more UM news, be sure to check out the Falcon News Network blog. The web address is on your screen. We will see you again next week